Okay, first, let me start off by saying that I love the Beatles.
Like, I really love the Beatles.
I've seen this video done before by a channel called The Waterloo Watermelon, so please subscribe to him where he showcased his favorite Beatles albums from least favorite to favorite. And I'm going to do the same thing for my favorite Beatles albums from least to favorite. So let's get right onto it. And I just like to welcome you to my favorite Beatles albums from start to finish. I have no idea what I'm doing.
13, Yellow Submarine. Okay, Yellow Submarine is no doubt my least favorite Beatles album, and for good reasons. Number 1, Side 2 is literally just the instrumental soundtrack. But for Side 1, it had 2 previously released songs, 2 previously unreleased George Harrison songs, because they aren't really the best. And 1 song Paul McCartney used to sing at family reunions, and only 1 new song, Hey Bulldog, which is awesome, which you should totally check out. And for that, I'll just give it a 3 out of 10 for Beatles album scale. Number 12, Beatles for Sale.
Okay, Beatles for Sale. It's a pretty good album. Songs are nice and catchy, they have good rhythms, and they get sort of repetitive. Sorry, I've just heard the songs many times before. Anyway, the album just had a ton of cover songs by people such as Buddy Holly, Carl Perkins, and Roy Lee Johnson, etc. And I want to hear songs by the Beatles. Sorry about that, I just can't help it. They didn't hardly include any songs by the Beatles. Anyways, I'll just give it a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty good album.
Number 11, Let It Be. Now, don't get me wrong, Let It Be is a pretty good album. It was the last album the Beatles ever wrote together, consisting of beautiful pieces of work with some deep backstories, just like the song Let It Be. Paul McCartney dreamt that his mother, who passed away years ago, came to him during his times of pain. She just told him that it was all going to work out. It was all going to be okay. Just let it be. And Paul McCartney kept the words in his head, where he soon later wrote the melody for the famous song which the album is titled.
Okay, but still, agree with me, some of the songs are quite overplayed, and they don't really spark that much to me in my opinion, except for Across the Universe. That's a great song, I love it. Anyway, I'll just give it a 6 out of 10.
Number 10, Abbey Road.
Now, Abbey Road is basically the game changer in rock and roll music history, from its very iconic cover to its awesome songs beneath the vinyl. But I've heard the songs way too many times in my life. Huh? In my life? Get it? Beatles reference? In my life? Oh, forget it. 6 out of 10.
Number 9, Please Please Me. Now, I just want to say,
Please Please Me, it was the first Beatles album ever written, and they're still working with Parlophone Records, one of their only albums to be written in 1963. And the crazy thing about it, it was only written in 1 day. All the songs were recorded in only 1 day. Mind blowing, am I right? And for that, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Number 8, Help. Okay, Help? It's an amazing album. And fun fact, the flag signals on the album, they don't say help, they say Navudge. 7 out of 10.
Now before I continue the rest of the video, I just want to tell you, first of all, how did I even get into the Beatles? Well, it was on my 9th birthday when I got a record player because I collected antiques all the time. And I still do. So My parents bought it from a garage sale in the neighborhood, and it already had an album inside. I already looked inside the record player, and inside was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. They didn't put it in there, it was just by sheer coincidence. They bought it, and the seller told them to take it with them. So I placed it on, and then I heard this. I know, right? Game changer for me. Anyway, I completely got into the Beatles, which then came my first favorite song, which was with a little help from my friends, of course, on the Sgt. Pepper album. Anyway, it was a game changer in my life. And that's what made me the Beatles junkie I am. I don't know. Anyway, now, back to the video. Number 7, Magical Mystery Tour. Now, don't judge a book by its cover. The Magical Mystery Tour album is awesome. From its very ornate cover to its mystical songs. Did you know that in the song Glass Onion from the White Album, it says that the walrus was Paul in the lyrics, when John Lennon dressed up in the walrus costume for the cover. Paul was actually the hippopotamus, but it would just sound stupid if the song said the hippopotamus was Paul. Come on, you gotta agree with me on that one. Anyway, Ringo dressed up as the chicken, and George Harrison dressed up as the rabbit. Anyway, yeah, I just have a whole script written out here. Anyway. Now, the songs All You Need Is Love, Strawberry Fields Forever, and I'm the Walrus. They set the mood for the upcoming hippie times that the Beatles are about to portray among their audiences. Now, I love the album, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Number 6, A Hard Day's Night. A Hard Day's Night was the first Beatles album to ever be turned into a movie, including songs like I Should Have Known Better, If I Fell, and I Love Her, I'll Be Back. I love them. I love them all. And for that, I'll give the album an 8 out of 10. Number 5, Revolver. Revolver was indeed the Beatles' most experimental album. It was when the Beatles started taking their LSD. Kids, don't do drugs. Anyway, you should really notice a change in their behavior by the songs. Anyway, it's when George Harrison first debuted his sitar abilities on the song Love You Too. But still, it's a great album, and I would definitely recommend it to every Beatle fan there is. 8 out of 10. Number 4, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I don't know what to say about this album. I mean, it's the most common album to be chosen to be their favorite number 1. But I'm unique, so it's not mine. Anyway, this introduced a new vibe for the Beatles and for all Beatles fans. Wow, it's an amazing album. Anyway, it's when all the subliminal message mishap started about Paul's death in 1966, which never happened. Jeez, all those people who believe that Paul died in 1966. I'm looking at you. Anyway, 9 out of 10. It's awesome. Number 3, Rubber Soul. Rubber Soul, it's a masterpiece. Well, of course, Run For Your Life is the best song on there. Uh, 9 out of 10. Number 2, With the Beatles. With the Beatles is the Beatles' second album. Unlike this liar over here. And it's a great album. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like beautiful. It's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's an awesome album. 10 out of 10. Okay, finally, number 1, my favorite Beatles album of all time is, drumroll please, The Beatles. I said The Beatles. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys may know it as the White Album. I've loved this album since birth, and it has the best songs on it, no doubt. It's a double album. 2 times the fun, 2 times the songs, its awesomeness, and I just want to thank God for this masterpiece of music history. Wow. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video for me talking about my top favorite Beatles albums, listed from least to favorite. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and please, YouTube, don't demonetize this video for some of the songs I'm using in the background, please. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.